Welcome to Fantasticapz.
Hey guys, in this video I'll be recapping the latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I skipped an episode between the last recap that I did and this one, so if you want to go check that out, I'll have a link in the description below where you can go read up on it. Last week's episode was titled Tracks. Not tracks as in just like tracks, but tracks as in like T period, R period, the basic way that it's spelled S.H.I.E.L.D. on the show. It was discovered in the last episode, prior to the episode that I'm recapping right now, that Ian Quin, who was in the Gravitonium episode X weeks ago, is back on the rise and working with the mysterious clairvoyant. While working out the plan on how they're going to find Quin, Phil suggests they do some undercover work on a train that's going through the Italian countryside, and it's pretty amusing the way they go about it.
Coulson and Simmons are traveling as a father-daughter duo.
Skye and Leo are a young couple celebrating an anniversary. And Melinda and Grant, okay, there's no actual, they don't actually say what they're undercover as, because Melinda doesn't like going undercover, but from our previous knowledge that we have of them and their intimate relationship, we can guess it's something along those lines. Stan Lee shows up to make his cameo that he does in all of his Marvel stuff.
Excelsior!
The team's headset shut down and Phil goes to investigate. As he enters the dining car, the thugs they are shadowing are chasing Grant and they both have to bail from the train to avoid the grenade that they throw after them. We're flashed back to the previous scene where Grant is donning a conductor's uniform. As he exits his and Maid's cabin, he is stopped by a blonde woman who asks him for help with her bag. She is working for cybernetic, the people that the S.H.I.E.L.D. team is shadowing, and when she attacks him, Grant is ready and busts out the move on her and a couple of her fellow agents. He runs to warn Coulson, but he is caught by a couple of the operatives and chased to the dining car, where Phil went to, and then we see him and Ward jumping off the train. As the grenade hits the ground, it flashes blue and the train disappears with Gemma, Leo, and Skye still on it. Phil and Grant work their way back to the plane to analyze the grenade with the holotable. Unfortunately, they don't do so well,
experiencing a few minor technical difficulties,
which is a bit of an understatement. Coulson's Italian contact shows up and says that he's found the train with Skye, Fitz, and Simmons still on it. But May comes out of nowhere and kills him. She's beat up, a little bit of blood on her, and she's not looking the best. Her last words before the show cuts to commercial: "Wheels up in 5. All serious-like and intense.
Don't mess with Agent May.
We get flashback to that very same headset shutdown scene once again, this time going from May's point of view. She is walking along the roof of the train with like these special thermal looking goggles that let her see through the train to find the cybernetic workers. She tries to radio Ward once she's found them, but one of the guys climbs up on top of the train and starts to shoot her. To save herself, she pulls her parachute and gets taken away in the wind. When she touches down, she finds Coulson and Ward frozen in time on the ground, which doesn't make a lot of sense to me. This ain't the tomorrow, people. Phil's Italian contact finds Melinda and takes her to a barn somewhere to pretty much have her tortured, but she holds her own and opens a can of whoop ass and manages to get away. That's when she goes back to the plane and utters the words, "Wheels up in 5. Coulson, Ward, and May find the train stopped along the tracks with a bunch of S.H.I.E.L.D. agents there investigating. They soon find Gemma, but she reports that Fitz and Skye aren't with her. We're taken back to that headset shutdown scene one more time, this time going from Skye's and Fitz's point of view. They get discovered in the cargo hold when they're trying to work out some techie stuff, and they hold their own pretty well. Skye gets a gun pointed at her though. That's when Gemma runs in when the enemy cybernetic agent is activating one of those grenades, and she gets the full blast of it. When cybernetic takes the package that S.H.I.E.L.D. is trying to secure, Leo and Skye follow them, and that leads them straight to Ian Quin. Skye goes into Quin's solo armed with nothing but a night-night gun when she finds Mike in some sort of suspended animation chamber, and is then ambushed by Quin. One of Quin's minions opens the package, revealing a cybernetic leg that he puts on Mike, since Mike had his leg amputated, so Mike can carry out his orders. Quin shoots Skye. Twice! Leaves her lying on the ground, bleeding out. Like, What? No! The team rescues Skye after she's lost quite a bit of blood, and Gemma orders putting her in the suspended animation chamber that we saw Mike in earlier in the episode. They then take the chamber aboard the plane so that they can monitor Skye and hopefully get her back to life. In the final scene, Mike asks the clairvoyant if he can see his son, Ace, to which the response he gets is, "Not yet." Then the camera zooms in on Mike's cybernetic leg, which says, "Deathlok." I'm curious to see what this development is going to be. It sounds slightly familiar, but I haven't read any Marvel lore, so I really don't know what the story is. But I'm excited to find out. That's it for the latest episode of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It was kind of crazy and really messed up at the same time. Or reverse that, it was really messed up and kind of crazy. But it's Marvel and hey, they can do that. I'll post links in the description below to reviews from this episode and the previous one that I didn't recap. I have 2 questions going into tomorrow night's episode. What's going to happen with Skye? And who's Deathlok? Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to punch the like button, share it around with your friends, hit subscribe to be notified of all my latest videos, and comment below so we can interact. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and Google+. Also, follow the link in the information below to see my previous video. That's all for right now, guys. Have a great day. Keep on keeping on.